Good morning everyone, myself Abhishek Singhi from Gokuldas Public School and today we are going to discuss about economics. 11th में ये नया सब्जेक्ट होता है कॉमर्स स्टूडेंट्स के लिए इकोनॉमिक्स. तो पहले से समझ लेते हैं व्हाट इज इकोनॉमिक्स. इकोनॉमिक्स इज एक्चुअली अ सब्जेक्ट मैटर व्हिच स्टडीज अबाउट ह्यूमन बिहेवियर. तो इकोनॉमिक्स क्या है? ये ह्यूमन बिहेवियर को स्टडी करता है. इट स्टडीज अबाउट द ह्यूमन बिहेवियर, हाउ ह्यूमन फुलफिल देयर अनलिमिटेड वांट्स with the limited resources. So what is economics? Economics is actually a subject matter to study the human behavior, how human fulfill their unlimited wants with limited resources, and all these resources are alternatively usable. तो हमारे पास तीन चीजें हो रही है इकोनॉमिक्स की. फर्स्ट, अनलिमिटेड ह्यूमन वांट्स, मतलब हमारी जो जरूरतें हैं वो अनलिमिटेड है. Everyone wants everything. Even the richest person of the world also wants something. That's why he is doing the work. So unlimited wants, but the resources are limited. The resources to fulfill those wants are limited. कम होते हैं resources. And one more point, those resources have alternative use. Means resource can be used alternatively for fulfillment of different wants. एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं. हमारी जरूरत क्या है? हमारी वांट क्या है? हम क्या चाहते हैं? हम सब कुछ चाहते हैं. हम एक बहुत बड़ी गाड़ी चाहते हैं, बहुत बड़ा बंगला चाहते हैं, बट हमारे पास जो रिसोर्स होते हैं, द मनी इज लिमिटेड एंड मनी इज अल्टरनेटिवली यूजेबल. मींस मनी कैन बी यूज्ड फॉर एवरीथिंग, फॉर वेरियस पर्पसेस. विद द सेम मनी वी कैन बाय अ कार और वी कैन बाय अ बंगलो. सो द इकोनॉमिक्स इज सब्जेक्ट मैटर ऑफ स्टडी ऑफ ह्यूमन बिहेवियर इन फुलफिलमेंट ऑफ अनलिमिटेड वांट्स with limited resources, and those resources have alternative uses. Repeat after me. Economics is the study of human behavior. Economics is the subject of study of human behavior in fulfillment of unlimited wants with limited resources, and those resources have alternative use. This definition was given by Mr. Robbins, and according to him, these three features are the base of economics. Later on, few economists कहे और उन्होंने इस इकोनॉमिक्स के दो अलग अलग टुकड़े किए. One is micro and second is macro. Micro means small. So whenever we are dealing with the individual decision making unit, we are talking about the microeconomics. But macro means large. Whenever we are dealing with the economy as whole, then the economics is known as macroeconomics. Microeconomics deals with Mr. X, Reliance Limited, one factory, one individual. These all are the subject matters of microeconomics. But in macroeconomy, we deal with the economy as whole, like Indian economy or American economy. So whenever we are talking about the economy as whole, we are talking about macro. But when we are talking about individual decision making unit, we are talking about the micro. It was the second point. Now, how to study the economics? How to study? How we are going to learn various subjects about the economics? So there are two different ways to study the economics, and they are positive ways and second is normative ways. Positive economics always deals with facts. Whenever we are talking about facts, whenever we are talking about figures, every statement which can be proved, whether it is right or wrong, that is always included in the positive economics. But when we are talking about the judgments, whenever we are talking about the opinions, then it is called as normative economics. In normative economics, we never talk about facts, we talk about opinions. For example, with the help of Manrega scheme, more than 1 crore people got the job. It is a statement of positive economics because it can be checked. You can check whether actually 1 crore people got the job or not. But in case of normative economics, we just give the opinion. मनरेगा से लोग आलसी हो जाएंगे. That is opinion. Opinion है, it cannot be proved. It can be judged, but it cannot be proved. So that is normative economics. Positive economics deals with facts, but normative economics always deals with the opinion. It is our positive and normative economics. Let us move to one more word, that is economy. Since it is your first interaction with the commerce, so we are going to learn few words which are very common in economics. The next word is economy. It is economics, it is your subject, but my topic is economy. Economy means those geographical boundaries within which all the economic activities can be done freely. Economy means those geographical boundaries within which all type of economic activity can be done freely. For example, Indian economy. Within India, within the geographical boundaries of India, you can do any type of economic activity like buying goods, selling goods, moving from here to there. That is economy. But if you want to go to outside the India, if you want to sell something to outside India, or if you want to purchase something from other country into India, then you may need some sort of permissions. So economy means those geographical boundaries within which all economic activities can be done freely. There are many examples: Indian economy, American economy, Japanese economy, Chinese economy. They all are economy. Now, economy can be of three types. There are three different types of economy. First is socialistic economy. Socialistic, whenever we are talking about the society, when the main focus of economy is social welfare, then that type of economy is called socialistic economy. In socialistic economy, the main purpose, all the rules and all the acts, the main purpose is social welfare. Here government takes all the decisions. That's why it is also called as planned economy. Second is capitalistic economy. Capitalistic economy means the economy in which all the activities are done with the motive of profit. The main purpose of all the activities is to gain the profit, and that's why it is known as capitalistic economy. In this type of economy, government do not control any economic activity. That's why it is also known as free economy. And one more name is there, market economy. So that is the second type of economy: capitalistic economy or free economy or market economy. Apart from these two, we have one more type, that is called as mixed economy. Mixed economy is combination of both of these things. In mixed economy, our target is to provide social welfare as well as to earn the money. In socialistic economy, government's focus is social welfare. Capitalistic economy, the focus is on earning money. But in mixed economy, there is combination of both. Here we do social welfare as well as earning money. Mixed economy's biggest example in the world is India. India is actually a mixed economy country. Here government is there. The target of government is to provide social welfare, but freedom is given to businessmen to earn the money. That's why India is example for mixed economy. All the developed countries are the examples of capitalistic economy, like USA, UK. They are the example of capitalistic economy because government never interfere in any business activity. In India, we can see interference of government, but in such countries there is no interference from this government. That's why they are free economy. And socialistic economy, earlier China was in this category of socialistic economy, but it is continuously shifting itself to the capitalistic economy. Soon there will be no country which is following the socialistic pattern of society or economy. So it was our topic. The next topic is, in economy there are so many problems. In economy there are so many problems. So we are going to learn those problems we can say them central problems. Central problems. And one more point, it is IMP subject, IMP topic. Central problems of economy. There are 3 central problems of economy. The first problem is what to produce. What to produce, क्या बनाना है, that is the first problem of economy. Because if you want to decide what to produce, you must think about the economy. If we are following the socialistic economy, then we will produce those commodities which are beneficial for the society. But in case we are in capitalistic economy, we will produce only those goods which provide us maximum profit. Both things are different. In socialistic, we think about social welfare, but in case of capitalistic, we always think about the money. The second problem is how to produce. How to produce means कैसे बनाना है. So there is a question, sir, why such problem arise? How to produce? We will choose the latest technology. So that is not the correct answer. How to produce is which technique we are going to use. Basically, all the techniques of production can be divided into 2 categories. One is labor intensive techniques and second is capital intensive technique. Labor intensive technique asks for more labor but less capital. Means small machines are there. The amount spent on machine is very small in comparison to employees employed in that particular machine. That is labor intensive technology. And another is capital intensive technology. Means those technologies in which we use higher machines, latest machines which need less people. So labor intensive means more people, less capital. Capitalistic means more capital, more money, but less people. So there are 2 techniques. Now we are going to choose how to produce. कैसे बनाना है, whether labor intensive or capital intensive. So the answer is very easy. If we are following the socialistic economy, then we will check which technique will provide more social welfare. If there is unemployment in our country, so many people are unemployed, then we are going to use the labor intensive technology because more people can get employment through it. And second one is capitalistic. If there is no unemployment, there are many employment opportunities are available, but less people are there, so we are going to use the capitalistic economy. That is the outlook or view of socialistic pattern. But in case we are in capitalistic economy, like developed countries, then we are going to choose the technique which is giving us less cost, which is cheap. The technique which gives us less cost, जो सस्ता होगा, we are going to use that type of particular technology, whether it is labor intensive or capital intensive. And the third central problem of economy, what to produce, how to produce. And third problem is for whom to produce. For whom to produce, किसके लिए बनाना है. Sir, what is this question? किसके लिए बनाना है? लोगों के लिए बनाना है? No, that is not the correct answer. For whom to produce says which sector of society for whom we are going to produce. There are many sectors in the economy. There are students, there are business persons, there are rich, there are middle class, there are poor. So there are so many varieties, so many classes in our economy, and our question is for whom to produce, किसके लिए बनाना है. So let's talk about socialistic economy. In socialistic economy, we will produce for everyone. We will not sacrifice or bifurcate people into different categories. We will provide goods to everyone. So in socialistic economy, for whom to produce says we will produce for everyone, for social welfare. But in case of capitalistic economy, we are going to produce goods only for those category, only for those class which gives us more profit. If that particular category is giving us more profit, then we are going to produce the commodity for that category. So that is for whom to produce. If you have any doubt, let me clear once again. For whom to produce says which type of people, which type of customers for whom we are going to produce the commodity. For example, if you want to produce pen, then you may have two different types of categories of people. The students also use pen, and some persons also use pen just for keeping it in their pocket or for giving as gift to others. So if we are producing the pen for students, we are going to produce some cheap pens of rupees 5, 10, 20. But if we are producing pens to be given as gift, then we are going to produce pens which are expensive, 1000, 2000, etc. So that is the third problem: what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. I hope all the things are clear in your mind. Let me repeat all the things once again. First, economics. Economics is the subject matter of study of human behavior in fulfillment of unlimited wants with limited resource, and those resources have alternative use. Then two types of economics: microeconomics, small; macroeconomics, large. Third was ways of study of economics: positive, normative. When we talk about facts, positive; when we talk about opinions, normative. Then economy, three types of economy: socialistic, capitalistic, and mixed. And then three central problems of economy: what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. The class over. Thank you.